Good morning, students. So today we shall continue with the SQL practical. So I'll just show you the steps once more. You go to the all programs, then you go to Oracle database, and then you go to database homepage. Then here by default it's system, right? And then password, it depends on you. So from here you go to SQL and then SQL commands. So if you remember, if you watched the previous video, you'll remember that I've created two tables, that is teacher and teacher 1. So in the teacher 1 I've not inserted any value, and in the teacher table I show you how to create the table, and then how to insert the values and how to display the table, right? So if you remember that all the details that you have typed, the queries that you've typed are there in the history, so you can go back to that. So this was the create table command syntax. So the queries here, you can see that create table, table name, the column names associated with the data type, and then the size which is fixed to the values. And then as you can see that there are different data types, that is character, variable character 2 or variable character. Then you have for digits, numbers, you have number data type. So actually you have different types of data types. Okay, not only number, you have decimal, you have small int, you have big int, you have int, and so then for date format, you have the data type called as date, so you don't need to mention any size on it, right? And it follows a format such like dt, mm, like that. So yesterday I showed you how to use the select keyword, how to use the insert keyword, how to use the create keyword, such, right? So today, so if you press select star from teacher, so when you press run, you get the teacher table, right? So select star once again. So asterisk, when you write down asterisk, that means it will display all the column name and all the values that are there in the table. So this is the original teacher table. So the other teacher table, that was teacher 1. So if you run it, since I've not inserted any value, so no data found. All right, now so yesterday I showed you that, okay, if you want to display certain columns only, so suppose like t number or t name, and then say like salary from teacher, then it will display only the trick. But however, like I said, the select keyword does not manipulate, does not change the original table, right? Now, so the order of the column is also irrelevant when you use the select keyword. So like t number, t name, salary, and then suppose like t number, right? So when you run this, you'll get t number column last at the third, but the original structure of the table is like t number comes first and then after that t name, right? So this does not affect the original table, right? So now if suppose like you have seen that the where clause yesterday, in the previous video also, you have seen the where clause. The where clause is associated with a condition, right? So a condition with a certain column or columns, and then the value which is associated with that particular column. So yesterday you saw that this using the where clause, suppose like where department number equals to D05. So you can see that no data is found because here the D05 here is, it is written in lowercase, but when you have inserted the value, it was not it was in uppercase, right? So D05. So when you run this, you get the teacher who are in D05. And also, as you can see here, 3 column names are mentioned, so that's why these 3 columns are displayed, right? So if you remove this and then you run it, so you get only 2 columns. But here, as you can see that the where condition is department number is D05, but here you can see that in this particular table the department number is not mentioned, right? The condition is to display the teacher name and teacher salary from the teacher table. The condition is the department number should be D05, but here in the output the D05 is not mentioned, right? So it may be that the condition may not be displayed, but what will be displayed is what is written between the select and the from clause. So if you want to display the department number as well, then in that case you have to write the department number here, right? So and then you run it and see that it will display the department number also. So here that D05 D05. Now you can see, you will notice that the teacher, the table name teacher and the column name is not case sensitive, because I have written here in lowercase, but here it comes out in uppercase, right? But what is case sensitive is the data value, the values that are assigned row wise, there if there is any letters alphabets, right? So if it is in uppercase, then it should be in uppercase when you are searching for that particular query data, right? So here you can see that you are using the relational operator, or you can also call this comparison operator, that is the equal to, right? So likewise we can also use the arithmetic operators. So like suppose like if you have to display the teacher number, suppose like teacher number, teacher name, and let's say that as per the textbook, the query is to deduct say like 10% salary from the teacher's salary based on a condition. So let's say that 10% salary is 0.10, salary into 0.10 from teacher where say department number equals to D01. So here you have to deduct the salary, right? So you have to deduct the salary. So that's why here when you are mentioning the column name, that deduction amount has to be also that formula also has to be executed along with this salary column, not in here, because here this is this where condition is to find out whether it exists or not, right? So department number, it does exist, and then the value is also, yes, it is there, right? So this is to find out only based on this condition, this data details will be displayed. So here, since you have to deduct 10% from the salary of all the teachers whose department is D01, so here you write down salary into 0.10. So once you run this, you will see that the from the department D01, these are the teachers whose salary will be deducted this amount, right? Now in some SQL softwares, you mostly you write down here as 10%. 10% will be from the salary will be written as 0.10. Okay, now, or you can also write in like this, but in some SQL softwares the fractional numbers are not allowed, so you have to in such case you have to use the decimal point values, right? So if you run this, you'll get the same output, right? Now, so let's say that deduct the salary, 10% salary, okay, from the teacher, where say like where salary less than equal to 24,000. So these are all the teachers who are getting salary less than 24,000 or equal to 24,000, but not more than 24,000, right? So from those teachers, the salary, 10% of the salary will be deducted. So here you can see that uh, we are using the arithmetic operator along with the relational operator, right? So similarly, different types of relational operators are also there, different types of arithmetic operators which you saw in C++. The same ones will be used in this SQL query also, right? So if suppose salary is greater than equal to 20,000, so that will be displayed. Okay, now if you want to display the whole table, then you have to write select star from teacher, then you run it, so it will display those teachers whose salary is greater than equal to 20,000, right? So all the teachers salary, so except yeah, so the teacher's salary greater than 20,000 would be displayed here. Now, other than that, you also use these what is called as logical operators. Okay, so logical operators such as logical and, logical or, logical not. So the concept is same. So and means both the relational expression has to be true, and then or means anyone can be true. Not is the reverse of the and, right? So now if suppose you have to select the teacher's details from the teacher table, right? So based on two condition, so where salary should be say like greater, okay, less than 21,000, and so you can use this and or department number equals to D01. So no data found. So here this data does not match. So let's say that department number D05. So here this data matches, right? So here the both these expression must be true. This test condition, that is salary should be less than equal to 21,000, and department number should be from D05, right? So when you find the teachers who are in department number D05 and then their salary is less than or equal to 21,000, then when both these conditions are true, then this table will be displayed, the result will be displayed. All right, so this is how you use a logical AND operator. In the case of D01, since there is no teacher from D01 who is getting less than or equal to 21,000, so it means that they must be getting more than 21,000. So in the case of D01, they are getting more than 21,000, so that's why the data is not displayed, right? So that is how you use the logical AND operator, right? Now if you have to use the OR operator, then you just have to change this. So in that case, either one of these expressions or test conditions needs to be true. Either salary is less than or equal to 21,000, or department number equals to D01. So if both are true, then all the details will be displayed. So when you run this, it will show you that, okay, the department number who is in D01, or the salary which is less than 21,000 will be displayed. So you can see here department number D01, department number D01. All right, it's there. So this condition is true. At the same time, salary is less than 21,000. All those salaries, teacher whose salary is less than 21,000 is also displayed. In the case of this one, this is more than 21,000. However, the department number is D01, right? So since both the test condition is true, that's why even those teachers whose salary is more than 21,000, but yet the department number is D01 is true, that's why it is also displayed, right? Now, in the case of say like suppose like you have to search for a name, where T name equals to Rakesh Sharma and Alok Das, right? Okay, Rakesh Sharma, or T name equals to Alok Das. Now you'll see that you'll get an error here. So here no yeah, this is or, right? So that's why you're getting the error here, because like this condition is true, right? But in the case of this, Rakesh Sharma R is in small letter, so that's why this data is not displayed. Now if suppose I change this to capital R, then in that case when you run this, both will be displayed, right? So I change this to Rakesh Sharma, and then I change this to small letter, then I write N. No data found. Clear? So change it back to capital letter, and T name equal to, oh yes, where T name equal to Rakesh Sharma, there must be, so in the case of this you can see that you're not getting this output, no data found, right? So here, because in this case the where clause using the logical AND operator, this column and this data it exists, and this column and this data it exists, but it has to match within the same row, right? So here the condition T, where T name equals to Rakesh Sharma and T name equals to Alok Das is not matching, so it has to be from the same row data. So suppose like Rakesh Sharma is Rakesh Sharma is T name, and say like if you see the table, what is Rakesh Sharma department number or teacher number? So Rakesh Sharma is teacher number is T01, right? So where T name equals to Rakesh Sharma, and let's say change it to T number equals to T01, right? So in that case, these are from the same row, right? This is associated with the teacher name, that is Rakesh Sharma, and this is his teacher number T01, right? So it will be compared one row. So in the case of this, you are getting details, but in the case of or, right, it can be any of the cases, right? So here when you write or, it will display, or if you write here T02, then it will display even the teacher's Jugal Mittal T02 data, right? So that is the difference between using the AND operator and then the logical OR operator. Okay, so now let's continue with the NOT operator, logical NOT, right? So if you have to display, suppose like the salary of those teachers who is getting more than 20,000, right? Whose salary is, or say like whose salary is not more than 20,000, right? Then in that case, you have to write where, say like not, right? Salary uh, greater than 20,000. So it shows here, so you here the exact opposite happens right here. So salary greater than, so forget about this note, okay? Select star from teacher where salary greater than 20,000. So if you say where salary greater than 20,000, it will display those teachers whose salary is greater than 20,000, right? But not means the exact opposite, it will do the exact opposite. So where not salary, that means those who are less than 20,000 at the same time equal to 20,000, because here it is not mentioned here equal to 20,000, right? So it will also display those salary who is 20,000 and less than, right? So here you can use the parenthesis also, you can use the parenthesis here, you can use it like this, all right? Or you can also use it like this. But when you're using say like two expressions, in that case you have to be careful where you put the parenthesis, right? So here, so suppose like say teachers who are whose salary is not more than 15,000, right? Whose salary is not more than 15,000, so 15,000. So in that case, when you run it, you will see that it will display those whose salary is, so this is this teacher is getting the least salary, that is 15,000. Now in the case of this one, it is matching, right? But here, as it does the exact opposite, salary is less than, salary will be less than 15,000 or equal to, right? So if you write here less than or equal to, right, in that case you are not getting any data, right? But let's say you write here greater than 15,000, less than 15,000, so it will show more than 15,000. So this shows it more than 15,000, but you can see that 15,000 is also there, right? Now if you write here equal to 15,000, then you will see that when you run this, see the 15,000 disappeared, right? So the not operator does the exact opposite of that. All right, so likewise try using the logical operators, okay, and then the comparison operators, arithmetic operators, right? So yeah, practice on that. In the next video I'll show you more on using special operators, okay, like is null, like operators, between operators, then distinct clause, all clause, and so on. Okay, so for those of you who don't have the software, you can inform me so that I'll upload it in your Google Class, and then you can download it from there, right? For the others, you can from the Play Store you can download lots of SQL these SQL softwares. One such is this is called as SQL Practice IDE. Okay, SQL Practice IDE. So you can install that one, and then you can run these SQL queries from your mobile phone also. All right, for those of you who prefer using your laptop or desktop, if you want to use this software, if you don't have this, okay, you can inform me, so I'll give it to you. All right.